Hey guys, so today I am doing an impromptu decorate with me video. So the other day I was walking past my airport and I was kind of thinking, hey, let's do something with this. Let's make my airport entrance look like something good. So yeah, I just started terraforming away. I wasn't really sure where I was going with it because unlike a lot of people, did not plan my island layout. Like, I feel like I say this every video, but you guys know I don't plan things when it comes to my Animal Crossing island. I just kind of go with it and see what happens. So yeah, because I don't plan ahead and don't think about these things, I didn't leave a lot of space around my airport for terraforming and things like that. So I was just working with a little bit of space that I had. I didn't want to take it like so far out that it took up like half the island, but at the same time I didn't want it to be like so small that I couldn't do anything with it. So basically with this, I'm taking an approach that is similar to how I did my museum. And what I mean by that is that I wanted to add some more cliffs, I wanted to add waterfalls, just something to make the entrance look a little bit nicer, because before all I really had was like some flowers and also my DIY area, which is no more. I have no more DIY area, which means that what I do is I just keep my DIYs in my house, and then I guess whenever I want to trade or give them away, I'll just bring them out again. It's no big deal. But yeah, so no more DIY area. There's just some pretty waterfalls, some pretty terraforming. This, unlike all my other videos, I feel like really didn't have a plan. Like, at least with the other ones I could kind of visualize what I wanted, but with this I literally had no idea. And plus, everything that was like decorative had to be on the right hand side of the airport, because on the left hand side, like, my resident services is right there, and I also had like already a little like fountain area and a bench sort of thing set up, and I didn't really want to change that, so I was like, I have to work with very small space, but at the same time have cliffs that were big enough that I could put waterfalls along and also like put some flowers and things like that around. So yeah, this was a lot of fiddling, this was a lot of struggle, but luckily, because before I started this video, like the day before, I did already kind of have this sort of cliff area on the right hand side. I kind of already knew what that was going to look like, so once I decided that, I was like, yeah, I kind of liked how it was yesterday, but I tore it down because I was like, if I'm going to do a video, I want to like show the process of everything. So I had a whole big structure yesterday. I decided to knock it down for the purposes of this video. So basically what you're seeing on the right hand side of my island was a recreation of something that I'd already done, so it looks pretty good. And then I also wanted to add like a little something at the front so that you could see it when you watch out of the airport. Because I thought, like, you know, having this big thing on the right hand side, like if you came into the island you wouldn't be able to see it. So I kind of wanted something at the front as well, just so that you had something to look at. So yeah, this is not the most grand entrance to an island that you've ever seen. Like, I've seen really good ones where people have like cliffs built up and they have like a huge river at the side with a bridge going through. Like, I love like those grand entrances that some people have. And I would have loved to like have had a river and had a bridge and things like that, because I think that's really nice. And I don't really use a lot of bridges on my island. Like, I don't really have any like man-made rivers. Like, all my rivers and everything are the way they were when I started my island, so I don't really have any new ones, any creative things. So I could, hypothetically, if I wanted to and took the time, I could carve out, you know, rivers and bridges to put down and make it look cool, but I think that's a lot of effort, especially for me right now, because it's like, I don't plan things, I don't really know what's going to happen. I feel like if I was going to do a proper river flowing through my island, like changing the original designs, I feel like I would have to spend more time on that, and plus I would have to move so many trees, because I have so many trees, and I would have to move like a million other things as well, because I've already designed my island in this natural way, so that if I was to change anything, I would have to like lift a bunch of stuff, I would have to move things. So yeah, that is the downfall if you guys want to design your island naturally and not really change the initial structure of your island. The struggle with that is that if you change your mind and you suddenly want to do a bunch of terraforming, you have to decide to redesign your entire island basically. But for me, I feel like I'm okay doing little terraforming projects here and there. I don't think I could ever decide to do like a huge overhaul of my island and just flatten it and just start all over, because I've heard people do that. I've heard of people like moving all their houses and stuff and just flattening the island to start again, but I couldn't do that, mainly because like the whole idea of not having anything on your island and it just being flat freaks me out, because it'll just remind me of that time that when I was like 7 and I got my first Animal Crossing game, I cut down all the trees in Wild World because I didn't like them, and then I like complained to myself about it because it's like, bitch, now your town looks ugly because it has no trees down. But like, if that was the same in this game, if I literally just flattened my island and I didn't have anything, it would really bother me and freak me out. So yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't think I'll ever flatten my island. If I ever do, you guys can comment and you can call me out on it or whatever. But you heard it here first. I can't do that. I would never do that to myself. Maybe in the future, if I had another Switch and I had another Animal Crossing game, maybe I could do it then. But I've currently invested like 400 hours into this Animal Crossing island, and I really couldn't bring myself to just tear it all down. But yeah, who knows? Talk to me in like 10 years and maybe then my island will have changed a bunch. Maybe I'll have like torn it down. But for right now, we're just going to keep it as it is. Anyway, I feel like I've just rambled on about a bunch of stuff and haven't actually talked about what I was doing in this video at all. So I apologize for that. I'm just feeling really talkative. But yeah, so the gist is I added some cliffs, I added some waterfalls. By the end of the night, when I've like finished building up all my cliffs and stuff, I still wasn't sure how to feel about it. And my main issue with these cliffs is that they're too round. So I had a real struggle with this, trying to make it look natural, trying to make it look decent, because when you curve things in Animal Crossing, like when you curve the cliffs, sometimes I think they look too perfect, but at the same time I can't just leave the cliff square, because when it's square, again, it doesn't look natural. So I need some sort of balance between like a curved cliff edge and a sharp cliff edge. I need them to look more natural or something, because even when I was like breaking parts away and everything, it still looked too curved. It still looked a bit weird. Like that was the main issue I was having with this whole area. And eventually I was just kind of like, yeah, that looks okay. I just kind of kept the curved edges because the sharp edges annoyed me way more than the curved did. So I just like left them all curved and looking very round. And then on the next day I went in and got all the flowers and everything around, because it just looks weird if it's just cliffs and waterfalls on its own. It needs like flowers and like other things to make it look good. So luckily for me, the next day on my island, Leaf was there because I wanted some wind flowers because my shop don't sell them. So Leaf was there, he was selling wind flowers. I was like, mate, you're great, because he had the flowers that I needed. So I decided to use white windflowers and pink roses because I had a lot of pink roses from breeding them and didn't really have anywhere to put them. So that's what I used to decorate. And then the bushes that I use are like the Camilla ones. Those are the only bush types that I hadn't used on my island yet. So I also used those and put them around as well. And yeah, so overall, I'm still not really sure how to feel about this cliff area around my airport, just because I'm not used to it, and also I feel like it's in the way a little bit on my island, I guess, just because it's very close to resident services and everything as well, and I didn't want it to look too crowded around there, but yeah, I'm just not really sure how to feel about the whole area. But I think I'm going to keep it around for a little while and see how it goes. Like once all the flowers and stuff have bloomed, I'm going to like take a look at it and see how I feel. I did like it a lot better once I added flowers and things. Like I feel like with the bare cliffs and everything, it was really hard to like visualize how it was going to look all together. But I think overall it looks okay. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But I don't know about it still. There's still time for me to tear it down, is basically what I'm saying. So I'm not really sure how to feel about it, but at the end of the day, I do think that because I put time and effort into it and because I made a video about it, I think I'll probably keep it around. For how long, I don't know, because something that I do a lot on my island is host people. So I'll like bring people into my island. I mainly do like big DIY events. So if you guys follow my Animal Crossing Twitter, you'll know that every couple of weeks or so I do like a big DIY event, which means I basically get all my friends together and I'm like, hey, do you have any like duplicate DIYs you want to get rid of? And I collect all these DIYs and I bring a bunch of people onto my island to give away the DIYs, and I normally just do that at the front of my airport. Like I normally just, you know, fence off like the flat area around my airport, but because that's not there anymore, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm just gonna have to find a new area to sort of fence people off and stuff like that, which is fine, but again, not ideal, I guess. But I've made my choice now and I'm going to stick with it, at least for a little while, to see how I feel. I feel like I'll give it like a week or so and then I'll just let you guys know if I decide to keep it or not. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe this island aesthetic is for you. It might not necessarily be for me, but we'll find out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you guys so much for subscribing to me. I've literally gained 100 followers since I posted my museum Animal Crossing video. So it means a lot to me that you guys are actually enjoying the Animal Crossing content that I'm putting out. Because I did think, like, when I started this, I was like, I'm just making Animal Crossing videos for myself. But it does mean a lot that you guys also enjoy them. And I'm really glad that you guys enjoy my museum because I really enjoy it as well. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.